everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm reading the next chapter, so go ahead and get comfortable. On February 26th, while my 5th grade class was on a trip to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, my sister was born. Later, I found out that she was born at exactly 2:04 in the afternoon, just as we were in the Egyptian room studying the mummies. They named her Tamara Roxanne, but for weeks, everybody called her the baby. The baby is crying. The baby is hungry. Shh, the baby is sleeping. Soon, instead of calling the baby, Mom started calling her silly little things like, "How's my little Tootsie Wootsie?" As if the baby could even answer her. "Does my little Tootsie Wootsie need to be changed?" "Yes, almost always she does." "Does my little Tootsie Wootsie need a feeding?" "Yes, almost always again." And Mom's little Tootsie Wootsie never slept more than 2 hours at a time. Every night I'd wake up to her howls. Turtle, who slept at the foot of my bed, woke up too. Then he'd growl along with her. A regular duet. Have any of you ever felt like that? So if you have younger siblings, you know the feeling of them crying and needing to be fed and changed all the time and not sleeping through the night. So you can kind of feel his pain and what he's going through. By the time she was 1 month old, everybody was calling her Tootsie. Right away, I could see that there would be problems. I tried to warn my mother and father. When she goes to school with a name like that, the kids are going to totally make fun of her. They'll all call her Tootsie Roll, or even worse. Mom and Dad just laughed. "Oh, Peter, you're so funny." Only I wasn't being funny at all. I knew what I was talking about, but there was nothing I could do about it. I had a brother called Fudge, and now I have a sister called Tootsie? Maybe what my parents really wanted was a candy factory. I wondered how come I had gotten off so easy. Tootsie was much smaller than I expected, but she was tough. I found that out when Fudge tried to pull off her toes. "I just wanted to see what would happen," he explained when Tootsie screamed. "You must never do that again," Mom told him. "How would you like it if Peter tried to pull off your toes?" I couldn't help but laughing at him. "Peter knows my toes don't come off," Fudge said. "Well, neither do Tootsie's," Mom said. One afternoon when I came home from school, Tootsie wasn't in her crib. I figured Mom was feeding her, so I went to her bedroom to say hello. Mom was lying in her bed with her hands over her eyes. "Hi," I said. "Where's Tootsie?" "In her crib asleep," Mom muttered. No, she wasn't there." "Of course she is. I just put her down a few minutes ago." I looked in her crib, and I'm telling you, she's not there. Mom took her hands away from her face. "What are you saying, Peter?" "Mom, Tootsie is not in her crib. That's all I'm saying." Mom jumped up. "Then where is she?" We both ran down the hall and into the area where we used to eat. Mom looked into her crib, but Tootsie wasn't there. "Oh no!" Mom cried. "She's been kidnapped!" Who'd want her? As soon as I said it, I was so sorry. "Call the police officer, Peter," Mom said. "No, wait, call Dad first." "No, call the police. Dial 911. "Wait a minute," I said. "Where's Fudge?" Okay, so far we know Fudge kind of likes to get into things. So let's make a prediction really quick. Do you think Fudge might have something to do with this? Or do you think the baby was indeed kidnapped? Let's see. Fudge! In his room, I guess. He was listening to tapes when I put Tootsie down for a nap. She looked thoughtful for a minute. "You don't think..." We raced down to Fudge's room. He was sitting on the floor playing with his Matchbox cards and listening to Puff the Magic Dragon. "Where's Tootsie?" Mom said. "Tootsie?" Fudge asked, sounding a lot like me when I was trying to get out of answering a question. "Yes, Tootsie," Mom said louder. "She's hiding," Fudge said. What are you talking about?" "We're playing a game." "Who's playing a game?" "Us," Fudge said. "Me and Tootsie are." Tootsie really can't play. She's way too young for games. I helped her, Fudge said. I helped her hide. I want you to think about how Mom is probably feeling right now. So maybe she's a little bit panicky because she doesn't see Tootsie, and Fudge is saying they're playing a game. Fudge, Mom said, and I could tell that in another minute, she'd really let him have it. Where is Tootsie? I can't tell. Just as my mother was about to explode, I had an idea. Let's play hot and cold, I said to Fudge. You follow me, and when I get too close to Tootsie, you say hot, and when I get too far away from her, you say cold. Got it? I like games, Fudge said. Okay, ready, set, go. I walked down the hall to the living room. Cold, 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 Fudge sang. I went to the kitchen. Cold, cold, cold. I walked into the front hall. Hot, oh, hot, Fudge cried. I opened the guest closet. Very, very hot. Watch out, you'll get burned. He jumped up and down, clapping his hand as if he won something. Tootsie was on the floor of the closet, fast asleep in her infant seat. Mom scooped her up in her arms. Oh, thank goodness, my little Tootsie Wootsie is all right. Mom put her back into her crib, and then she really let go. That was a very, very naughty thing to do, she shouted. I am very angry with you, Fudge. But Tootsie likes to play. Have you hidden her before? Yes. You must never do that again. Do you understand? No. So although Mom is really mad because she knows how dangerous it is, Fudge doesn't really understand why his new little sister can't play. You can't carry her around that way. She's not heavy. But babies have to be carried a very special way. You mean like mother cats carry their kittens, Fudge asked. That's right, Mom told him. Fudge laughed. But don't carry Tootsie in your mouth. No, I won't, but I do carry her very carefully to protect her. Do you love me, Mommy? Yes, very, very much. Then get rid of Tootsie, Fudge said. I'm sick of her. She's no fun. Someday she'll be fun, and she'll be able to play hide and seek with you. But you have to wait. She's not ready yet. I don't want to wait. I want to get rid of her now. Tootsie's our baby. I'm your baby. You're my little boy. No, I'm your baby. All right, Mom said. You're my baby too. Then pick me up like you do Tootsie. Mom opened her arms and Fudge jumped up into them. He rested his head on Mom's shoulder, shoved his fingers into his mouth, and slurped on them. It's kind of gross. I know it's silly, but just for a minute, I wish I could be Mom's baby again, too. So let's think about how the boys are probably feeling right now. So there's a new baby in the house, and things have really started to change. So I think they're probably feeling a little bit jealous of the baby, and maybe they need some extra one-on-one time with Mom, because babies take a lot of attention, don't they? After that, whenever we had company, Fudge tried to sell Tootsie. Do you like the baby? He'd ask. Oh, yes, she's just adorable. You can have her for a quarter. When that didn't work, he tried to give her away. We have a baby upstairs and you can have her for free, he'd say to anyone on the street. When that didn't work, he tried to pay to have someone take her away. How about I give you a quarter if you take her to your house and never bring her back here? He tried that with Sheila Tubman. My mother told me when I was born, Libby wanted to get rid of me too, Sheila said. Who couldn't blame her, I thought. But she got it over it, and so will you, she told Fudge. Fudge kicked Sheila, and then he ran down the hall. Sheila stood over Tootsie's crib. Lucky for her, she doesn't look like you, Peter. That wasn't very kind, was it? What's that supposed to mean, I said. Look in the mirror sometime, she said to Tootsie. We talked to her like she's a regular person, I said. But she's not a regular person, Sheila told me. She's a baby. So you don't have to make those silly little noises at her. But she likes them. Watch this. If I tickle her under the chin, she smiles. It just looks like she's smiling, but really it's just gas. Oh no, Tootsie is smiling just for me, aren't you, you precious little thing? It did look like Tootsie was smiling. But why would anyone smile at Sheila Tubman, even a baby? So we can tell that he doesn't seem to be much of a fan of Sheila. That night, Fudge climbed into Tootsie's crib. I'm the baby, he said. Ga, ga, ga. Dad lifted him out of the crib. You're a big boy. You sleep in a big boy bed. No, I'm not a big boy. I'm a baby. Wah, wah, wah. I decided it was time to have a little talk with the kids, so I said, Hey, Fudge, you want me to read you a story? Yes. Okay, get into bed and I'll be right there. I brushed my teeth and put on my pajamas. When I got to Fudge's room, he was sitting up in bed with his favorite book spread across his lap. Arthur the Anteater, read it, he said, read it. I sat down next to him. Aren't you tired of acting like a baby? I asked. Nope. I thought you wanted to be like me. I do. Well, you can't be a baby and be like me too. Why not? Because babies can't do anything. They just eat and sleep and cry. They aren't even interesting. Then why does everybody think Tootsie is so great? Okay, so think about it. Why do you think everyone thinks Tootsie's so great? Because babies are so cute, right? And she's new, so everyone wants to see her and hold her and get to know her. Because she's new, they'll get tired of her pretty soon. It's better to be older anyways. Why? We get more privileges. What's a privilege? It means we get to do things that she can't do. Like what? Like staying up late and watching TV and all sorts of things. Popcorn in bed? I don't get to stay up late. You do. That's because I'm the biggest brother. But you'll get to stay up later than Tootsie. When? When she's 4 and you're 8. Then you'll get to stay up a lot later. And you'll go to school and you'll know how to read and write and she won't. Read, Fudge said, sliding down under the covers. Will you stop trying to be a baby, please? I asked. I'll think about it. Well, that's better than nothing, I said. Fudge fell asleep before I finished the book. I pulled up his covers and turned out his light. Then I went into the bathroom and studied myself in the mirror. What was Sheila Tubman talking about? I looked the same as I always did. And why did she think Tootsie was lucky not to look like me? So is it kind of bothering him what Sheila said about him because he doesn't really understand where she was coming from? Unless it was my ears. Lately they seemed kind of big. I tried holding them flat against the side of my head. Not bad, I thought. Maybe I could tape them back every morning before school, but that would be a lot of trouble. If I grew my hair longer, I could hide them. Yes, that's what I'd do. Grow my hair until it covered my ears. I yawned. When I yawn while I'm looking in the mirror, I can see my tonsils. That's pretty cool, huh? I went to my room, got in my bed, and fell fast asleep. Who cared what Sheila Tubman thought anyhow? So chapter 3 is another something wonderful. So I want you to think about the questions throughout the book and think about how you can make a connection. So maybe you have a younger sibling or a younger cousin that kind of comes in and everything changes all at once. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great day.